shop. And the reason I chose that picture is because Deacon Jones is in it, and he furnished the picture. He's over to the far right. And this is also my Uncle Victor Cook's bottling works. Both of his shops, well, I don't think he had two separate shops. I'll have to ask my Uncle George Armour back there. He might know, or my mother. But I think they were in the same place at different times. But he had a bottling works and an electric shop. And that was on West Texas in the same block where Citizens Savings and Loan is now. And this is the Rosenzweig store that was on the corner of Texas and Commerce. And this is Abe Rosenzweig's brother, Aaron. And the two sales ladies, the first one next to Mr. Rosenzweig is Lucy Fulbright. This is Frank Fulbright's grandmother. You might remember Frank Fulbright is one of our policemen. And the other lady is my mother-in-law, my husband's mother. And this is a shot at Evergreen looking up the hill at the houses. This was a few years after I was a little girl. And this is an old picture going on the ferry into the landing at Morgan's Point. And you recognize the old car. And this isn't a very good picture, but I wanted to show you. This was, I think, the first airport. It was the B&B airport. And my brother loved airplanes, and he hung out at the airport all the time, and it was managed by Claude Urey. I guess that's how you pronounce his name, E-U-R-E. And my brother got his pilot's license when he was 17 years old. And that's one of the airplanes that he loved. That was Delbert Bush's, that was his Barnstormer and the Skyrider. Yes, and I think I saw Gertrude Teeter back there. She furnished this picture for one of our class reunions. That's her fourth grade class, Mrs. Hill's class, and Gertrude is on the first row far left. And I was in the Brigadiers the first year that we got our Confederate uniforms, and I carried the school flag. And that's my graduation tee. And I had it with Mildred Tipton. And my Aunt Alice May Armour was the hostess. She had it in her home. The tall, skinny girl in the back. And the one next to me, the short one, is Mildred Tipton. I wanted you to see that. That's my first paycheck. And I want you to know that that was for a whole week. And I worked 6 days a week, 9 hours a day, made $5 a week, and they kept a nickel out for Social Security. And it was up to me to keep enough out for income tax. That was a rude awakening, because when I went to the bank, I wanted to open a little bank account with that money. And the banker asked me if they kept income tax out, and I said, no, what's that? And he explained to me. And so he suggested I keep a little bit out every payday for income tax. But Willadine Hines was my supervisor. We were bookkeepers. She was the head bookkeeper, and I was her assistant. That's how much money I made. And we worked hard there. Waring's was a big supermarket. You know, it's you may know where it is. It's where the furniture store is, across from a Citizen Savings and Loan. It was a nice big building, and we had charge accounts, and the men would come and cash their payroll checks, and we handled a lot of money. And I was just 17 years old. I had a big responsibility for a 17-year-old kid. And that's all I have for now.
It's a shame. Time goes so fast when you're having fun. The library closes at 9, so I was hoping to get some input from you people, but I think everyone enjoyed this. It was just wonderful, and I thank our panelists so very much. Our next program will be on Tuesday, February 18th, and the topic is city government. And I hope all of you can come back.